Welcome back to the Soul Food Podcast. I'm Michael Vukelic.
And I'm Jeannette Meier. Together we share insights and conversations to help you cultivate joy, peace, and prosperity while unlocking your limitless potential.
Yes, get ready for a transformative journey filled with laughter, strategies, and lively discussions that will inspire you to thrive in every area of your life.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Jeanette.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been one of those weeks.
We all have them.
Yes. Lots of challenges coming up and lots of things to look at and address. And it's how you handle it that matters, right?
Yes, yes. That's how you go through then, navigate with them and choose.
Right, right. So today we want to talk about a subject that I find very, very important, very important, because I had no idea. How can I explain this? For years, I had no idea that so many of the things that I learned from family, from society, from uh, watching television as a child, I mean, so many things, right? Were just flooding into my consciousness, and my mind took in and made just all kinds of judgments and ideas and concepts and beliefs that didn't serve me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this created an entire what I call the personal identity, the ego self, right?
Yes.
So, and it's funny, we come into the world in this just so joyful and open hearted and ready to embrace anything, no judgments whatsoever. And how we get conditioned, to see things over time. And then when we decide to look at it, not everyone does, but when we decide to look at our life and say, wait, something's not working, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right. You know, I should be more fulfilled, I should be more joyful, I should have things flowing in my life. And so we start to look at it and we search different avenues. And what I found over years, right? I've watched a lot of the clients that I've worked with, they seek a lot of self-help.
Mm-hmm.
And most of, if not all, of the self-help is all about addressing the ego,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
which is true,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But we're dealing with the shell of the person,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So yes, it's good to get that in order, but I believe once we understand who we really are and incorporate, understand and acknowledge, become aware of the divine identity, this this identity that's not seeking validation, that's whole, that's unconditionally loving. It calms the mind, it regulates our nervous system, it starts changing everything, and we begin to know our power.
Yes.
So it's beautiful. What would you? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
No, I love what that you're saying. It's true. We are addressing the egoic self, the shell, the what we have around us, but not within us. Because also self-help books or audio or things, I always say have helped the one sharing, but not necessarily helps you because you are not them. And I say it by experience
Yeah,
because I've been you too, because we've been looking, I've been reading many, many self-help books
sure.
until I understood that the steps that are in a book, not all of them will serve me. maybe some, but in the way I would integrate them, looking inside of myself, no, within, and not in this, like you were saying, I love that, this shell of our ego, no. It's not it doesn't have to do with how people see us and what we project outwards. Is really who we are within.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, I absolutely agree. And there's so many advantages to um, understanding our worth, understanding
Mm-hmm.
our value. I mean, intrinsically, who we really are is incredibly valuable,
Mm-hmm.
incredibly worthy of everything we desire.
Yes.
And even when it comes down to achieving our dreams, achieving our goals. I don't usually talk about goals, but achieving an intention, right? Achieving our desires. When we know who we really are and we just let that flow into place,
Mm-hmm.
it's so healthy. It changed everything. I mean, I know I used to have elevated blood pressure. The doctors were getting really concerned, right? And incorporating this divine identity has changed the way I view
Yes.
myself and life and the outcomes of my life and brought beauty in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but still, the ego wants to show up. There's times,
We are
right?
humans. We are humans. We are humans. There's no way.
Right.
But at least we acknowledge and we know when the ego is coming in, when we're having those moments, because we are observing ourselves and we are seeing, okay, this is a human moment. And
Yes.
the ego is playing our personality is kicking in and not who we are, no, but it's who we are who's observing our personality and saying, okay, relax.
Right. Right.
Look at this from this point of view, not from where you're standing, because this is reaction and not response. So just turn around things.
When you can see the difference
Mm-hmm.
between, okay, this is my ego reacting here, and this is where I want to be over here in my divine
Mm-hmm.
essence,
Yes.
okay? Divine ease, divine
Yes.
peace, okay? This
Yes.
is where your power is too. Part of the process that I've taught clients or that I even speak about is I believe in the beginning, this world was created from a place of peace, a place of that
Mm-hmm.
real power, right? It was a divine creation. It wasn't created from chaos or I
No.
need validation
No.
or please love me or whatever. That's all ego. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can be in that absolute peace and you're acknowledging the core of creation,
Yes.
how
Yes.
beautiful it is, right? So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you are
yeah,
in your heart, now in peace,
right.
you acknowledge all those things. You uncover who you are. You uncover your source, your source, and you are able to see, recognize who you truly are.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
So, and don't think that your ego won't show up because
Ah, no, it always does.
it
It
will.
always.
It will, but it's how you manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So there's what I believe, and please let me know what you think here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that uh, incorporating or understanding your divine identity and when you look at life and see, oh, these are all different places of my life where I get to learn something, where I'm evolving, where I'm expanding, right? So you're growing and evolving and expanding. And sometimes the lessons can be tough, but pursuing that divine identity is not only just spiritual, it's practical. It's very practical because you're affecting your health, you're affecting your outcomes, you're affecting your relationships, how you work with people, how you work in teams. It's so there's a lot there. Don't do you believe it's practical also?
100%. I'm very practical, and I am someone very practical,
Yes.
and for me, um, uncovering who I am and living in the now moment
Yes.
from inside out has changed many things in my life, no? And it
Mhm.
has made things more practical because it had made them much more simple.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
changes everything, no? The point of view of where you are, the observation of your ego, the knowing that we are human and the ego will react, and the personality, the past. But it's just knowing that that's not me. There's something that is beyond that, which is who I am. And so it simplifies everything, everything
True.
in life.
True. Yes. I agree. I agree. Um, you become the peace. You have such a changed perspective. You're the peace, the love,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
joy behind everything that's going
Yes.
on, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, behind and beyond.
yes, and when you really get into this, you start to understand, wow,
Mm-hmm.
now I understand when they say you're limitless.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes,
Yes.
because I
Yes, you
know
are.
it. We are.
Yes. And the more you understand that, the more beauty or your desires come into your life without all the stress and worry
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
toil and sweat
Yes. Yes.
and um, all the things that tend to really hurt people over time, right?
Yes. Yes. And so going back to the self-help books and
Yes.
everything, no? Going back, you also realize that what you're reading, you don't have to apply 100%. You just read, and your inner wisdom will know what to take in or not take in for you to continue evolving, but not the steps in their 100% way, because those have served the one that is writing, the author, and they not necessarily will help you. But they
I
will be a
agree a
guide.
hundred percent.
Yeah.
100%. Yes. There's something to be said about this too, because as we evolve, as we change, the person that you're say you're reading a book written by someone, they have their own ego, their
Mm-hmm.
own perception, their own ideas and concepts, and it's from their viewpoint.
Yes.
It's what may have worked for them,
Yes.
or maybe it didn't work, maybe they're still struggling, whatever it is. Okay. But they have their own idea, their own concepts and perceptions. So is it written from a divine perspective or is it
Mm-hmm.
written from their ego?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's a word that I learned, and I learned it a few years ago, and it's so important. As you said, you have to see what resonates with you,
Yeah.
right? So be discerning.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Use your discernment.
Yes.
Discernment it's like a judgment. But it's not. Okay.
Mm.
Discernment is looking at the wisdom and what works for you and what doesn't in your point of evolving, your point of life. Okay. So would that work for you? I mean, because I believe deep inside, we all know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
When something really resonates with your divine self, you feel that. You know that, right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes, you know it. Difficult is to explain what you know, no? In the way that how you know, let's say. But those that have experienced the knowing, that it's
mhm,
not from the mind, it's the knowing
mhm.
from beyond. Um, It's very difficult to explain, but those that have experience know what we mean. Because when you know, you know. But
Right.
it's not here. It's not the knowing of the rational knowing, it's the knowing of the knowing. No?
Yes, it just resonates with your being.
Yes, with the and yes.
You can call it an intuition.
Mm-hmm.
You can call it a connection with your higher self, but this wisdom just seems right.
Mm-hmm.
It feels right
It
and it
feels.
rests inside you. So that's the beauty of it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, and different people call it different things. Okay. So, and this is a whole nother thing too. Self-help. We didn't really touch on this subject, but I'll bring it up really quick. The more that we quiet our mind and the more that
Mm-hmm.
we get in touch with that intuition or your heart and just rest in that divinity, answers come.
Yes.
Answers come. Ask the question, let it be. The answer will come.
Yes.
It's so be careful. Use your discernment when you go
Mm-hmm.
out and start reading books
Yes.
or
Yes.
when you're listening to someone speak or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always
Use-
feel if it's you, if it applies to you or it doesn't. Yeah.
Mhm.
Use discernment. That's a very nice word. Yes, I like it.
Yeah, when the first time I ever heard that, it just really that resonated with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not because I know judgments and all that, that's ego, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the,
It's causing conflict,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Judgment is putting the black and white on something. It's saying good or not. Now discernment is, do I take it in or not?
Right, right.
Through your inner
And
wisdom, through your wisdom, but not you're not saying it's black or white. No, no. It's just, does it serve me or it doesn't serve me?
right.
Is it true? So does it sound true to me or
Uh-huh.
not? And that's it. And then
Right.
if no, it goes.
Absolutely. And we can do the same. We can be discerning with our own thoughts, with
Mm-hmm.
what we're telling ourselves,
Uh-huh.
which is
Yes.
so
Very important.
important, right?
Very
Very
important.
important, right? That's probably the most important piece. You can listen to someone and yeah, okay, yeah, that's great. And then use your discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Use your discernment.
Because uh, our intuition, our higher self, our divinity is just so powerful, so wonderful, and it's the how we can tell the difference. I mean, when my divinity speaks, it's soft.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your answer, right? And it
Yes.
comes nice and easy, but it's powerful.
Yes.
The ego is like, well, that doesn't serve me, and what do I get out of this? And I mean, the ego can be totally. There's two totally different things going on here. So, and back to self-help. Yes, be self-helping of yourself. Use your discernment. And yeah, so we've touched on just about everything here that's really great. It's
Yeah,
great.
be your own guru. At the end, we have the wisdom inside of
Yes.
ourselves. So we would know what's best for us and we would be our self-help book, audio, whatever it is. It's us. We are our own gurus. We know better than anything outside because we know ourselves. We know who we are, not the ego man. We know wisdom. We have wisdom within, and that one knows better than anyone, anything outside of us.
Thank you, Jeanette. It's
Mhm.
very true.
Thank you,
I'm using
Michael.
my discernment right now at the moment.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.